Incident for Fun podcast. I'm Kirsten, also known as the Incident for Fun Ravelry, and welcome to the Incident for Fun podcast. So, this is episode 13, and I'm recording early in the morning. It's like around 10 o'clock. That's not really early, but I was trying to get the video out there and edit it and everything before I do stuff today. So, yeah. So, I guess I can just get to the show. So, I don't have any thank yous this week. I do have a shout out though, so I guess I can just say who the shout out is to. And the shout out is to the Knit Kid podcast, Kaylee, and her Ravelry name is XID_X. She started a podcast last week. I mentioned that last week, but I just want to say it again because I did watch her first episode and it was a very good episode. She didn't have that much knitting to talk about, but she did introduce herself and everything. So keep up that, Kaylee. It was a great episode. So I guess I can just get to the show, like the main part of the show. So my first work in progress is I started this, I think, 2 days ago, and it's my Halloween socks for this year. And the pattern I'm using is My Knitted Heart. It's by My Knitted Heart. It's the vanilla sock pattern. Looks like that. And it is a free pattern on Ravelry. And Knittables, she also does this pattern a lot because I did watch her podcast and she says she really likes this pattern. So I'm like, well, I might give it a shot. It is a top-down sock, but I converted it to toe-up because I don't like top-down socks at all. They just seem longer to me and they just seem more annoying. So I'm doing a toe-up version of this. I am doing the ribbing, and I'm doing the ribbing on the foot and also on the cuff as well. So, because I like a lot of ribbing on my socks, because these socks that I'm wearing today have ribbing all the way up. And these were actually my first pair of socks that I ever made. So, yeah. And they are pretty decent socks, as you can see. They don't have any screw-ups on them at all, except for the toe for the Judy's Magic Cast On. I did do that a little bit backwards, but you can't really tell. So, and I always like wearing these. So this is knitted out of Yarn Pirate yarn in the June Bug colorway. Just let me get the tag out. It's 420 yards superwash BFL. I never knitted a BFL sock before. I think I knitted with BFL with other things like worsted weight stuff, but I never knitted it with sock weight. So that's what that looks like in the June Bug colorway. And this is what the ball looks like. I really love the colors. And I did put the Afterthought heel yarn in, and I know that this yarn does not look stripy at all. I do prefer Afterthought heel socks for any other heel. It's because it fits my foot better. I don't know why. Like these socks, they have an Afterthought heel in them, and they just fit my foot like a lot more better than other socks. So I did put that in last night. I was actually like right there yesterday and I knit all that last night. So yeah. So that's what it looks like. I really, really like it so far. The first one will be done by next week because I'm on the leg right now. So, yep. And that's knit on a size US 2, I think. I don't know the millimeter for it, but that's it for that work in progress. I do have a second work in progress, but it's not casted on yet, so I can just show you what it is. So my second work in progress is the Boo Crew pattern, and I'm doing Candy Cornelis. This is a paid pattern on Ravelry. And this was gifted to me by Knittables, so thank you Knittables for that. And I haven't cast it on yet because I haven't had time. So I'm going to knit it out of my hand spun, And I'm using some hem spun, the fibers from Joann's. I dyed up this one and I spun this, so you can see the colors in that. And this one was just a plain old gray. And so what I'm thinking is I can like do the striping. You know how like Candy Cornelius, it looks like a candy corn? I'm thinking about striping it like that. So yeah. And I'm also thinking about putting a mouth on it because I do like my stuffed animals have mouths. So that's what I'm going to do. This is what I'm thinking I'm going to do. I do have a couple more hand spuns that I do want to make with Candy Cornelius, but I might just take like my smaller hand spun scraps and make like a scrappy Candy Cornelius. So that will be casted on maybe today or tomorrow. And so that's it for what I'm working on. I do have show notes again this week, so yay. I did write them up like just now because last night I was just way too tired to write them up, but you know how that goes. Okay, so my finished object, I do have a finished object this week, and it is George the Giant Squid. And just let me pull up the pattern here on my tablet, if it will work. So let's take a little bit. And George the Giant Squid is by Jenna Kapur. I love her patterns to death. I just really love them. She came out with a new pattern called Sam the Superhero Frog. I'm not sure, something like that. And so let me see. I am on my Ravelry account. So let's see, patterns. I never really used. This is my grandmother's tablet, by the way. So I mean, sort of used to it. So George. Okay. So search. This is a live action. And I did finish mine, so I'll just show you. And it looks like this. I really love it. It is out on my project page on Ravelry. Oh, it's not loading, so I won't show you guys. You can look back in the previous episodes, and I'll show you what the pattern looks like. But anyways, this is what it looks like. This is mine. I love it, and I'm keeping it. I would have to say that no, I can't say that word correctly. Excuse me. The arms, I guess I'll just say the arms. They are kind of hideous, or not hideous, but they get kind of stressful when you are knitting them, because you're just like knitting like little like stitches. You cast on, I'll probably say 5 stitches, 2 stitches, and you knit that for like 50 or 90 rows, and you have to decrease. It gets really annoying, and I had to make like 10 or 12 of them, but thank goodness I got that done. And on the bottom, as you can see, the pattern says to pick up the stitches, like the arm stitches all the way around and decrease. I really like that. I really like how it looks from the bottom, because you see how like the arms like hang down more like a squid. So I really like that. I also love these long arms right here. I did stuff the stuffed animal here. I do not put poly pellets in my stuffed animals that often. I would make a weeb. Weeb is by Amy Splinter of the Stocking Zombies podcast. If I was going to make that stuffed animal in particular, I would stuff poly pellets in it, but for this type of stuffed animal, I would not do that. So this is what it looks like. It is knit out of, let's see. It is knit out of Lion Brand Woolies, and I forgot what colorway. I think I can look back in my previous episodes. This is kind of disorganized podcast here today, sorry. I know, I don't have the previous stuff, but anyways, that's what's my finished object for this week. And when I was stuffing this squid, it was kind of hard to stuff because it goes from fatter right here to skinnier, and I have to, like, I like to use a bamboo stick or something like that to stuff it, and so it's like very like hard, not hard, but like I had to take it out and then put it in, like stuff the sides and everything. But I really like the little fins at the top, and I did for the eyes is I just took some cream colored felt and green colored felt, and I just hot glued it on there. And I don't use fabric glue, I just use hot glue. I think it stays on better. And I did not use safety eyes. Now, I'll tell you this story. I was at Walmart the other day, and I asked the lady, because I do have like a knitting and sewing section in my Walmart, and I asked them, do you carry safety eyes? They just looked at me like I'm a weirdo or something. I'm like, you don't know what safety eyes are? And I was thinking down my head, and then I asked my mother, I said, do you know what safety eyes are? No. I'm like, come on, safety eyes are when you put it in a stuffed animal or something that you're making, so little kids don't like chew them off, whatever, and they also look kind of professional if you are just making it for yourself or designing a pattern. So I just put felt on it. I'm like, oh, what the heck, I'm just going to put that on there. So again, this is my finished object. I really like it. And this is going to be mine because all the stuffed animals I make are for other people. Like, one of my stuffed animals is for my teacher, and I put hair on it and everything. If you want me to do a tutorial on how to put hair on stuffed animals, just please let me know. Okay, so, and again, like for some reason my notebook pages are like falling apart. Like, I don't know why, but what are you going to do about it? Okay, now for spinning. I am spinning some fiber that someone gifted to me. The person that did gift this fiber to me was Deb from Deb C Quilts. I am spinning this fiber right here. And I did unwind it from the ball, so just like air out a little bit. I really like this fiber. It is 4 ounces. I think she told me it was a Corriedale. It feels like a Corriedale to me, but something with it. I think it's like a Corriedale and a little bit of merino. I really like it. It has like blues and burnt oranges and stuff. And I am almost done with the first bobbin. I was spinning it, let's see. I can't find my end. Oh no. I hate that when I spin. I cannot find my end. And then you just like, is it right here? Okay, good. And then it's like, it's lost and you're like, oh my goodness. So I am spinning it kind of thin, as you can see on my white cardigan here. So that's what it looks like. So far, it may come out to maybe a heavy fingering close to a sport weight yarn. I hope it comes out to more. I hope it comes out to 400 to 500 yards because there is a lot. I am spinning it pretty thin. This is what it looks like. I did spin this. I just spin half of this while watching JC Boggs spin art TV. So that's what it looks like. I do keep my fiber in a Ziploc bag because it just keeps it more cleaner, more safe. Any dog hair will get to it, so that's a good trick if you have animals or you have like a messy craft room and you don't want like stuff to get into it. So that's what I'm spinning. For what's next for spinning, I don't know what yet. I might spin. I might dye up that fiber from Deb C Quilts as well. It is a Australian merino or something. I'm not sure. She wrote it down on there, I think. So I might dye that up in a colorway. It is 9 ounces, so I might make. I might spin it in an Aran weight and make a sweater out of it. Because I'm not that small. Like, I'm very tall, as you can see. Like, I'm like really, really tall. And so, and my body is not that big. Like, I'm like big bone and everything, but I'm not like, you know, fat or anything. So, I don't need like a lot of yardage for sweaters. So, I do understand with bigger people they need more yards for sweaters. I totally understand that, but For me, I don't, so maybe 9 ounces will be enough. I'm not sure, but you know how it goes. You just have to spin it and see, and you just have to go with the flow. So that's what I might do next. Yeah, that's for spinning. For what's next in knitting in general, I want to make some baby hats, some little preemie baby hats, because my cousin was born on October 10th. She isn't a preemie or anything. She did weigh 70 pounds. Her name is Elizabeth, if you're wondering. And I do want to make her a couple more hats because it is cold. I don't know if it's cold or not, but my grandmother says it's cold out in Arizona. And so I want to make her baby hat out of this yarn. This yarn I got at Joann's. It was like $8 or something, a big like 560 yard skein. And I did make a shawl out of it. I think it's the Oaklet shawl. It's on my Ravelry page as well, so I do have like maybe 100 yards of that left. I do want to start a shawl again, and the shawl that I want to do is the Serrated Scarf by Megan Williams. I can probably pull up the pattern here. I do really like this pattern a lot. She did gift the pattern to me, the designer Megan, so thank you Megan for that. So let me see. I'm using the tablet again. This might be called the tablet episode, I never know. I always write like a name on my show page, and then I never use that name for my show. Like when I'm editing and everything, I'm like, oh no, this should be the name. So let's see, next page. Oh, I just having one new message that just came to me. Who could that be? Okay. And she also, Megan Williams, designer Serrated Scarf, she did came out with a new pattern. It's it's for their birthday kids, so you can go and check that out. Okay, so this is, I do want to do the hex triangle or something like that. I don't want to do, like, I want to do this one right here. Whoopsies. So this, I want to do that pattern. What in the world? No. I'm having so much trouble. Like, I know how to use this thing, but when I'm like showing other people, I don't know how to use it. Okay, so I just have to stand up. So I want to make that. I do want to make the hex triangle, I think it's called. I don't know. I don't want to do a regular triangle. I guess if you know what I mean, that's good. If you don't, I can try to explain to you later on, but that's what it looks like. I do want to make this pattern a lot. I've been like wanting to do it for a long time. And I want to make it out of Dream and Color Smushy, and this was gifted to me by Tracy, and you know who you are. I forgot her Ravelry name. I think it's MRSTN 2006, and so she gifted me this Dream and Color Smushy skein. I did wind it up in the skein because what I do if someone gifts me anything, like yarn or something, I usually wind it up in a skein. I usually give it a nice bath and some soak or whatever, because I don't know if they were sick and they handled this, or if they had dogs or something, because I am very allergic to animals. Like, I'm not allergic to cats, but I'm allergic to dogs, and you're probably thinking, well, you have a dog at home. Well, yes, because it is my brother's dog, and we love him to death, and I just not deal with it, but I make myself better and take medicine or whatever. So I do that. That is actually a good tip if someone gives you yarn like from their own stash pile, because you never know if they're sick or some type of animal got to it. So that's a good trick. So thank you, Tracy, for this skein of Dream Color Smushy. I never worked with this yarn before. Again, I really like fancy yarns, so I really like this skein, and I really love the purple. So this is what I'll be making out of camera doesn't do the color as justice, but as you can see, it's what it looks like. So I did wind this onto my knitting knotty, so it's a 2-yard skein. So, and I can do a video tutorial if you want me to on that. Again, I am recording on my Mac this week because for some reason my Mac records my sound and everything, so yeah. Oh man, I cannot twist this, so. And I will be looking for a new camera soon. I did look for a new camera, like a video camera, last Sunday, and I want to get the mini Canon camera. I'll probably post a picture here if you're wondering. So, what it looks like. I do also want to start making, split this over here so I don't get lost on what I'm talking about. I do want to start making a monster out of the Big Book of Knitted Monsters I got for my birthday. This is by Rebecca Danger. And I want to start, I want to do the monster in here called Dot. Let me see if I can find her. Here she is. I think this is just a very adorable pattern. I just like it. I like the little crocheted circle around the eye. I just think it's very cute. I might do this one, or I might do the laundry monster. My mother thinks that I should do the some monster in here that's red. Where is it? Yeah, this one. The Angus, the attic monster. My mom wants me to do that one. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, I am trying to get used to this again. So she wants me to make that monster. But I'm kind of like, well, should I or shouldn't I? So, I don't know. So I do want to make a monster out of that. So that's it for what's next in knitting. Now for sewing, I am going to do a book review, but first I'm going to show you what's on Lucy here. So I made the cardigan in the sewing in a straight line, and a cardigan is, I think it's first times a charm party. Looks like that. And I would have to say this cardigan would look good in a floral fabric because the fabric that my bird, for some reason that the print that I did for this cardigan. Let me head over here. I don't like the stripes. I am a stripe person, but I just don't like it on this particular cardigan pattern, so I will do it in a floral print. This pattern is bat sleeves, so if you do like bat sleeves, this is the pattern for you. I don't particularly like bat sleeves, but I just did what the pattern said. I did make mods to the pattern as well. I did not do the full like button band thing because I don't like really buttoning my stores often. So I did pin a little pin right here because I just want to see what it looked like if there was a button there. So, and this is made out of jersey knit fabric. This fabric is from Walmart. I got this fabric like a couple months ago, and so yeah, and I love jersey knit. It really feels nice, and the top underneath the cardigan is just a plain old tank top, so you can see what it looked like if you had like tank top and jeans on. So let me back over here. And so I guess I can just get to the book review. So the book review, again, I did mention this book last week. And the book review is called Sewing in a Straight Line by Brett Barbara. And this book retails for $22.99 US or $25.99 Canada dollars. And I did get this off of Amazon for like $15. and I really recommend this book. The price is right. You get a lot of patterns in here. There's like 48 patterns, and I just really like this book. So when I open up the book, she goes through basic supplies like pins, sewing needles, measuring tapes, all that stuff you need. What type of sewing machine you can get, blah blah blah. Just the basic stuff that you need to know when you are sewing. And I thought one section in here is called basic machine stitches. I thought that this was good for beginner sewers because I know that beginner sewers don't know what basic stitches are, so she just gives you like basic sewing stitches, like straight line stitches, back stitch stitches, top stitch stitches. Oh man. And so that's what she gives you. So I thought that was very nice. Then she gives you different type of hem seams, what you can do, how to iron, how to do basic binding. And then she also goes into the patterns. Now she just explains about each section, and she just goes through like garments and stuff. And one garment in here that I showed you guys this last week was called the Easy Breezy Blouse. I thought that this pattern would be great for summer because it's easy and breezy, and that's what it's called. And it just looks very nice. I think I would definitely make it in that orange color. And it looks like the same construction as the cardigan I just made, because she gives you like pictures on how to construct the blouse and stuff. Then she also gives you like little quick patterns that you can do like in the afternoon, like little tote bags. Again, the first time stitch on cardi I made. And then she gives me like purse patterns again. This is all like dress up items and stuff. And then also what I like in this book that she gives you is like, she gives you like 2-minute projects, 60-minute projects, like this one belt. This belt is a not 60 minutes, but you know what I mean, 60-second belt. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then pattern here that I want to do next or soon is the sewing school skirt. Can't speak today. And it looks like that. And I really like it. I'll definitely do it in the yellow. It is on the front cover as well. And I really like the buttons as well because it looks very professional, it looks very chic, and it just looks very cool. I'll definitely wear that to school. And she has dresses. This is like the basic patterns you can do in the afternoon. It's very easy and simple, just like the cardigan that I just made. Then she goes in another section, and this section is like for your home. So like boxes that you can, like craft boxes, quilts, kitchen accessories, curtains, and I really love these curtains. I like these blue ones. Let me get this straight here. These blue curtains right here. I'll definitely make those for my room because my room does not have curtains, and this fabric looks very thin and light, and I also love the edging. And then she goes through pillows and stuff and 15-minute, I can't think here, 15-minute pillowcase pattern. She gives you chairs that you can make. I know this sounds kind of weird, but she does. She also gives you quilts, easy, simple quilts. She gives you bucket totes and stuff. And another pattern here I want to make is called the, this is this one throw. This camera's kind of weird. Looks like that. And it seems very easy quilt. and she gives you on how to cut your measurements and stuff, like right over here. She also gives you the layout on how to do it, so I thought that was kind of cool. And she just gives you like very basic stuff, and then the back is just like, I think it's good for teenagers who are learning how to sew and stuff, like quick and easy projects. So that was the book review for this week. I will be doing more book reviews on sewing and on knitting and on spinning soon. I will be doing a book review maybe next week on a little cute book that I got for my birthday, and it's like very cute. So I will be doing a book review like maybe every week. So that is the book review for this week, and go and check out this book again. It's called Sewing in a Straight Line by Brett Barbara, and it's quick and crafty projects you can make by simple sewing in a straight line. So that's what it says on the book in that little print right there. So I really love this book. Go and check it out. I have made 2 patterns out of here so far. I made the skirt right here, and I also made the cardigan. So I will be definitely making every single project out of this book. So again, go and check out this book. Put that over there. I have to like switch everything around here. What else? I also want to do again a baby quilt. I was going to go to Walmart today, but I decided not to. My mother's at Walmart right now and at JCPenney's, and so I'm like, well, I might just record because I had the whole living room to myself. And so this is what it is. What I'm thinking here. This is the baby blanket I want to do, and oh great, I have Midnight's hair on there. His hair goes everywhere, but this is what it looks like. It is very cute. It has like little blocks of animals and stuff, so I really like it. So I want to get batting for that, get binding for that, and start sewing that up, because that'll probably be maybe a 2-day quilt or something. And also I want to do another box bag for myself. Like last week, we have a new segment in the show. The segment is called Midnight Stories. And Midnight Stories is what he has been doing all week long. Has he been getting into trouble or not? So if you don't know who Midnight is my 6-month-old golden doodle puppy. And golden doodle is a half golden retriever, half poodle. And Midnight, he's more of a retriever and less poodle. So he's like more like, I would say 65% retriever and the other percentage of poodle. But anyways, so the first Midnight story, I guess I can just lean back here. The first Midnight story is the other day I was working on my schoolwork, and I made him come into my room because my brother was gone, and my brother is basically his main owner. And so he whined for him. And so I'm like, Midnight, please be quiet. And so I'm like, well, if he comes into my room, this is what I'm thinking to myself, he would be quiet. And so I said to myself, well, I'll just go and get him. So we have a gate in front of my brother's room, because if we don't do that, Midnight will come out to the living room, jump on the couch, jump on everything, get hair everywhere, eat stuff off the floor. And so that's why we have a gate in front of there, and he likes that because when he was at my aunt's place, he used to have a gate in front of his pen, and so he's used to that. So he came into my room. I was doing my schoolwork on my computer, because at my school we do schoolwork on computers. Because we go to school and then we come home and we do schoolwork on our computers, so it's like easier for the teachers. And so anyway, so I was working and he decided to jump on my bed. I'm like, oh no. And so he's like a 45-pound puppy. He's huge. His paws are big as my hand. And he's so big. And so he was just sitting next to me. He was trying to sniff my bottom and everything. I'm like, Midnight, stop doing that. And so he was kind of being a pain at first, but he started to relax. And then he decided he wanted to play. And so he was trying to eat my homework and stuff. So he was like chewing on the edges of my paper, and I'm like, really? And so he was also trying to sniff my computer, and so I did not want him to do that because I just got my computer, my brand new computer. And so I'm like, no, Midnight, you have to get down. So he got down. I gave him one of his toys, and he sat down for a little while, and he just got too naughty. And so I took him outside to go potty. I brought him back in. I stuck him back to my brother's room, turned on the TV, gave him some of his toys, gave him fresh food and water, and then I went back into my room and I sat on my bed and started doing my homework again. And then all of a sudden he started to whine again. I'm like, oh my goodness. And so I just thought to myself, we'll just let it go, let him whine, he'll be okay, he'll just fall asleep. And that's what he did. So that's one midnight story for this week. Another midnight story is we decorated for Halloween. Yesterday we put spider webs up because we do have a front porch, and I'm looking at it right now. And we decorated yesterday for Halloween, so we put spider webs all over the front porch. They're green spider webs and they glow in the dark, so it'll be kind of cool. So like my family, we really love Halloween. Every year so we dress up and everything. So I might dress up for the show on Halloween. I might do the show a little bit early and record on Halloween and dress up, so I might do that. So anyway, so we put a broom out, like our old broom just broke, and so we decided to put that as a witch's broom. And so we put that out, and when we take, let me message. So we take Midnight out, and there's like steps. And we had to walk down the steps, and the broom is like right where the steps are, so he's trying to eat the broom. And I'm like, oh, like my brother told me that last night, I'm like, oh goodness, Midnight. He loves to eat everything. And also, the other day, he stole my underwear. And like we just did laundry, because we don't have a laundry thing in our house, like a laundry machine. So we have to go to a laundromat. And so my mother brought in my clothing, and in my room, and Midnight came into my room, and he stole my underwear, and he was playing with it, throwing up in the air and everything, and so I'm like, oh, can just have it. And so I went to the shower, took a shower, and I came back, and it was very odd. My underwear was on the little like edge of the rocking chair, like there's like a bar, and it was like hooped over. I'm like, who did that? And I'm like, I see in my head, well, Midnight did that. So it's almost 40 minutes. I better get this done because this will be a long upload. There's not going to be any more My Gift to You prize giveaways. People are not entering them, so they're not going to be any more. So I'm sorry about that. If you are interested about it, please message me and I'll start doing it again. But if there's not going to be anyone that's going to join it, I'm not going to do it anymore. So let's get that out there. Also, fan mail. If you want to send me anything, yarn, a postcard, anything, please do so. Just message me on Ravelry and I'll send you my address. Again, Halloween is coming up soon, so I might do a Halloween episode. Also, Rhinebeck. I know a lot of people are in Rhinebeck, New York right now at the Rhinebeck Festival. I would love to go, but, can't afford a plane ticket and everything, so I would love to go to Rhinebeck. That's like my dream to go there. Also, I always choke. Also, I have a new video on YouTube, and the video is a book review on the spin art. Sorry again, my back hurts today, but it's the book reviews. It's the book Spin Art. I can't speak. And I just review how I like it, how you can get it, and everything. So go and check that out. So again, I think that's it. If you have any questions or concerns about the podcast, or if you want to send me any fan mail, or you have any requests, please message me through YouTube, or you can message me through Ravelry. And also there is going to be more KL info next week. I'm not going to say it this week because it's going to be a long upload, so I hope you enjoy this video. This episode number 13. And again, my name is Kirsten, also known as It's Been for Fun. And I hope you enjoy this week's episode. And please subscribe at the top, like down at the bottom. Also comment down at the bottom, and like as well. And I guess I'll see you next week. And I might dress up for Halloween next week. I'm not sure, but I hope you enjoy. And thank you for watching. And I hope you take care. Bye bye.